And welcome to Friday Night Football at Bob Shelton Stadium here in Buda, Texas on the campus of Hayes High School. I'm Tony Brubaker alongside with Brian Hill. And Brian, it's the Rangers who are running away right now with District 12 5A, the only undefeated team left, although there are three teams at 4-1, so running away might be wrong, but they've been so dominant in those 5 wins, it's kind of hard to believe anyone can get them.
Yeah, I mean, the 4 playoff teams are set, but now it's just to decide what the order is. And, Smithson Valley's been having a good run last couple games and really showing their strength, but these last 2 opponents really put them to the test with Hayes and Seguin, 2 really good football teams.
Hayes is a team that won their first 2 district games on the road, and they haven't been as successful since. They come in here with 3 losses to Canyon at home, to Seguin at home, 1 by 3, 1 by 7. Then they lost at Wagner last time out, 42-21. They have some players, so Smithson Valley will have to have a good start to get off in this one. Hayes won the toss. They elected to receive, as they usually do. Amaya's end-over-end kick will go into the end zone and will be a touchback, so they get the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They're one of those programs that doesn't give you a lot of information, but we know that Tyler McInvale is the junior quarterback. He's thrown 101 times, completed 60, 1,161 yards, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But they don't throw to win. They run to win.
Yeah, they're kind of that old slot T, but out of the pistol type of deal. And so when they do throw the ball, it's usually play action, trying to take deep shots. But running is the name of the game for them.
Kyrie Payton is their tailback, but this is Chris Bruce, on a wing run. He doesn't get much as the defense is there.
Good assignment football there. Anytime you're playing the slot T, you have an assignment, you have a key, and that's your responsibility. And it makes it so tough on a defense because you're really not able to rally multiple people to the ball because you're concentrating on your key. And that time, Jackson Duffy did a great job of reading his key and being the outside contain and making a great open field tackle from his corner position.
Talk about 3 good linebackers, too. Richard Dudzikowski and Gavin Woods. That's the Rangers' 3-man linebacking crew, and they're as good as anyone in the region. Here's a pass. McInvale out to the far side. Completed for about 6 or 7 yards.
Good positive play by Hayes there. Just extension of the run game, throwing a quick hitch out there. Good rally by the Ranger defense, but nice pickup on 2nd and long, make it a 3rd and manageable for that offense.
Again, that was Bruce who had split out wide on the play. Charles Bruce, he isn't their best running back or their best receiver. He's just their best player on offense to do something, and they'll count on him a lot tonight. So 3rd and about 4 from the 31. Here's again a wing-type sweep.
Great play.
That is a backup, the H-back, Zach O'Hara, a senior who's run for about 680 yards, but he didn't get much, lost a couple of yards as the defense is there again.
Great call by Coach Worsty there. Brought a run blitz. We don't necessarily know if it's a run blitz. It was just Richard was very quick on reading his key, and he came downhill in a hurry. Great tackle for a loss right there. Great play by Richard.
So 3 and out for the Hawks. And their punt unit is on. McInvale, the quarterback, is also the punter. Gavin Woods got close to that one. And fielded nicely, but brought down immediately. Good coverage that time on Braden Bafidis. And the Rangers will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 38. So no yards on the return for one of the best punt returners around.
Yeah, it was a good play by Hayes' guy, Chris Bruce there. Great open field tackle on, like you said, like a returner that very rarely goes down on the first one. Very explosive, dangerous returner back there. But once again, Smithson Valley's defense doing what they do. Coming out right out of the game, getting a 3 and out, getting Smithson Valley, even though we didn't get much on the return there. Still great field position almost to the 40-yard line, and it's exactly what you want to start the game like.
Motion. Bafidis has it going to the far sideline. Has a couple of blockers out there. He gets through a couple of defenders, and he'll have close to first down yardage out near midfield. I think they spotted him down at the 48. That'll be a yard short as their defense ended up closing something that looked like it could be a big gainer early on.
Yeah, brought Quentin, the freshman, in a fly sweep motion. We've seen him get that ball in the last game or two, and so kind of averted the eyes a little bit. And then we talk about it every week, just trying to find variations of ways to get Bafidis the ball. That time he was lined up in the backfield, and we motioned the other way and handed it back to Bafidis going the other way. 14
carries, 140 yards this season for him. And here's Lance on a handoff that'll go for first down yardage before he's dragged down. That's their safety, Jaime Hernandez, a senior. Done a pretty good job this year with an interception and about 56 tackles.
Yeah, anytime a safety has 50-something tackles, after 8 games, he's very involved in the running game and a good player coming downhill and making a lot of those stops. But good job getting that first down. Now we're across midfield for the Ranger offense.
2 receivers on the near side, a couple of tight ends. They'll throw it quick. That's Hunt, TJ Hunt, short gain. They'll give him about 5 up to the 44 before he's brought down by linebacker Darian Hill. So a good positive gain on first down.
Yeah, and you can tell Hayes is lining up to load the box and stop the run. And so we had 2 tight end set and multiple receivers down here, and so it makes it tough on the Hayes defense on keeping those guys in the box but having to defend 2 wide receivers. So we're going to get some one-on-one matchups on the outside tonight with Hayes wanting to stop the run.
Tight end in the backfield right now, and now a timeout. A little confusion there as they lined up. We'll keep it here right now, Brian, but we had a tight end in the backfield, so somebody was in the wrong place or they didn't like what the defense showed. What do you think?
I think it was probably a little bit of misalignment or confusion there. It's not uncommon for the offense to move guys around, and we've seen tight ends, move back and be fullback. So that's not necessarily something that is out of the norm. But obviously, Coach Hill calling a timeout there. Somebody was either misaligned or there was some confusion out there.
On second, and it's a long 5 as they're not quite to the 44. This Hayes defense not on the huge side. They have one defensive lineman that has some girth to him, but most of the others are more longer and leaner. They're just active, and that Chris Bruce is a safety, and he'll make lots of plays tonight too. Here's Lance coming near side. Falls forward to near first down yardage, about a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1. Again, Hill, the linebacker, along with a defensive end, brought him down.
Yeah, and you'll see that quite a bit from Hayes' Mike linebacker, number 54, Dorian Hill, tonight. He's very active. He's a very highly energetic player. He's almost like he has some free reign to be able to move around, but he's up on the line of scrimmage a lot. He's blitzing a lot. And so he's the most active of their defenders, and it looks like he might be coming here as well.
Jet sweep action, and Lance gets good blocking coming near side, and he'll get a good 5 yards, and that's first down yardage. Again, Hill on the tackle along with Caden Richardson, who's listed as a rover, kind of sets up as a defensive end.
Fresh set it down inside the red zone here. Obviously, with Amaya having a big leg, you're entering field goal range, but this might be a good opportunity. You see Smithson Valley take a shot here, knowing that you could have 4 down territory, 3 more downs to get it after this. So
a little bit of a blitz, but a man is open and a good connection, though he gets knocked down quickly by Bruce. Great catch on the play. That is Kyler Clark, and that's first down yardage.
That was TJ.
It was TJ?
I believe so. RPO.
Okay.
Sinelik, as we've seen him throw that to TJ with so much success in the past couple weeks, rides the running back one way and then kind of throws it back on a skinny glance post to the inside receiver. Great ball. Great job of TJ hanging on after a tough hit.
A couple of tight ends, some jet sweep action, and Lance up the middle. Got some great blocking in the interior and gets first down yardage again as he gets inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. It should be 1st and 10. Well, now they've got to get to the 13 for a first down, so it's second and a short. Nope, first down yardage.
Great blocking up front by the big boys. Obviously headlined by Colton Thomason, 6'7", 6'8" there at left guard, but those other guys up there as well. Owsley and Stone and Mack, those guys are paving the way as well.
So first and 10 from the 14. Lance again, veers left, and he's in the end zone. And just like that, the Rangers take their opening drive after a 3-and-out by the defense and march down the field. Midway through the first quarter, they take a 6-0 lead with the extra point to come. And one of our offensive linemen, I believe, is down right now at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's Anderson at center. I saw it right off the bat. He kind of went into his block, and I think someone fell on the legs behind him, maybe got rolled up a little bit. So,
He's had some leg issues, hasn't he?
He has, but hopefully he's okay. And Coach Zettler, the trainer, he's great, and he's going to help him off and get evaluated. Hopefully he's good. But that might cause some reshuffling of the line, as we've seen so often with him down. We might have to shuffle the deck a little bit and move some guys around. Left
leg or ankle. He'll get some help off the field, though he's putting more weight on it as he comes. But Amaya will come on for the extra point. Been successful all year long. Cole Freund, the holder. Snap good, the hold good, the kick high and through the uprights. So with 5:58 to go in the first quarter, our first time out, the Rangers lead at 7-0 on the Rangers Network.
So Ty, what do you think's faster? Colton Thomason eating 24 hot dogs or GVTC's internet speed?
I don't know. That one's gonna be close.
Ready, set, go. And done.
No, get some more. Do over.
I was not expecting that.
Me either.
And on the Rangers Sports Network, it's 7-0 Rangers on their opening drive. They go 65 yards in a little over half a dozen plays and chew up some clock doing it. Amaya will kick it off. Again, a high end-over-end kick that will go into the end zone. Kyrie Payton, their star tailback, is back to receive, and twice he has let it go into the end zone.
Yeah, and we've grown accustomed to that with Amaya and the big leg that he has most of the time. The opponent sees that, they've seen it on film, they know it, and most of the time they come in knowing that they're probably either going to fair catch or not have a return. But yeah, so just like what we talked about before, Smithson Valley defense comes out, does a great job, get 3 and out, short punt. Smithson Valley drives the length of the field for a touchdown. Kind of your picture-perfect start there for the Rangers.
And they go into their spread look with 2 receivers either way. They give the handoff to Kyrie. Payton gets a nice run. He'll get about 4 yards out to the 29 before he's tripped up by the Ranger defense. So their best offensive play on first down in 2 tries.
Yeah, and good play. Good open field tackle there coming down from a safety spot. Weston Ross almost looked like a little bit of a gadget play there. Block one way, knowing the Rangers are so disciplined. Block one way and then run the other. Kind of use your own discipline against you there. But a good job of Ross staying home and making a good open field tackle.
They go back tight. Back to their normal motion.
Should have been a false start.
And a false start. Handoff was to Payton again, coming near side with Hara in motion coming this way. But they'll lose 5 yards on the illegal procedure, and it'll be 2nd and 11 instead of 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I think regardless, Ranger defense was ready for that one. Would have been a minimal gain, but their fullback flinched a little bit there, and with the motion coming, it could have been a false start or 2 guys in motion, either one. But
pass by McInvale over the middle, picked off. Gavin Woods has it. He'll return it, cuts inside, now inside the 15, inside the 10 before he's dragged out of bounds. So the Rangers will have a short field on a turnover by Gavin Woods.
Tell you what, he can do it all, can he? He sets the school record last year in sacks as a defensive end, and coach says, hey, we're going to move you to Mike linebacker. Okay, no problem, coach. And now he's leading the team in tackles and intercepting balls from his Mike linebacker's position. So
second interception of the year.
Yeah, he's a heck of a ball player and has been for a while here.
Yeah, wasn't he a defensive end?
He was defensive end last year as a junior, all-state, set the school record in sacks, and then moved to Mike linebacker, and I imagine he'll get some accolades there as well. And I don't know where he'll be playing on Saturday, but he'll be playing somewhere. Somewhere.
Sinalik, and there's motion by the offense this time, I believe. That would be the Rangers.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a naked bootleg there, fake the stretch to the boundary and come out, and we're going to have Birch and TJ out here in the flats, but moved a little bit early, so we'll see if they stick with that play. Or
well, they jumped, I guess. I thought maybe we were in motion illegally, but
there was some movement up front. I guess they're saying that they jumped in the neutral zone and caused us to flinch, I guess. But
so 1st and goal now from the 4 instead of the 8. Rangers get the play in. The play clock down now under 15 now as we huddle quickly and then break as it goes under 10. Sinalik with a couple of tight ends, 2 receivers, now 1 in motion. Bootlegs it to the right, has a man in the end zone, and it's caught. Is that TJ Hunt?
That's TJ.
It is TJ Hunt. Touchdown for him. His 10th of the season.
And it was a really good job of him working, but the initial play was covered pretty well by Hayes. You know, it was that naked bootleg, and they did a good job of covering Birch up in the flats and TJ initially. Great job by Sinalik, keep running, extending the play, and good job of TJ coming back to the ball, and a good throw by Sinalik and put it low where he can go down and get it.
Kick is up and good. There were 2 receivers over there. In fact, he almost got covered up on the play by the closer to the goal line receiver, but the throw was on line and a dart by Chase, and that's a touchdown, and the Rangers go up 14-0, now 4:33 in the opening quarter. We'll keep it here as the Rangers score twice in 2 possessions. That one's an easy one, though, as you got it basically deep in the red zone to start with after the interception by Gavin Woods.
Again, defense creating offense. You know, first series, 3 and out, you know, punt, get a short field, and then obviously this time with the big interception from Gavin Woods and getting it all the way down to about the 10-yard line, sets the Ranger offense up in perfect position. And you know, already it's getting a little scrappy down there. I've seen a couple times where into plays, you know, some guys pushing and shoving a little bit. So hopefully we can get that taken care of and
indeed
keep our heads and not get any dumb penalties.
So Bruce and Peyton deep for the Hayes Hawks. Amaya will kick it off as the Rangers have taken a 2-score lead. 4.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. This is a little bit different kickoff return alignment that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys up on the initial line of scrimmage there.
Yeah. And then everybody's wide. There's nobody in the middle after the first line.
Yeah, if you wanted to, and you could hit a little dink shot right there in the middle. There's hardly anybody there.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned why. Not that you need to do it, but
well, it's probably because they're repping against their own kickoff unit all the time, and their own kickoff unit is very notorious for onside kicks at any time and squib kicks and things like that. And so maybe they got all those guys up there to defend their own kickoff team during practice.
So the Hawks, well, I almost called them the Rebels, which they used to be forever, but they are the Hawks now, the Hayes Hawks. They'll come out for their third possession of the first quarter. They come out in a hurry. McInvale to Payton. Kind of squiggles through, gets past the initial line of scrimmage before he's wrapped up by Woods and some others. Give him a gain of about 4 to the 29, similar to what they did last time.
Yeah, and that's what Hayes wants to do, is they want to get 4, 5, 6 yards on first down so that they can stay on schedule. Like we talked about in the pregame, they're not a huge passing team. They pass when they want to pass on a play action, taking a shot down the field, but they don't need to be in long yardage situations. And
they give it to Payton up the middle again. Again, gets about 4 yards up to the 33. Rangers there again for the stop, but Doug Lance among those in on the tackle. But at the 33, they're now 3rd and 2. Kind of faked it to Bruce on the halfback sweep.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of mistiming from the jet sweep motion, and the running back almost kind of collided there. You wonder if that threw off the defense a little bit in their keys and timing. But 3rd down.
Again, Payton takes the handoff. He's tripped up but falls forward, and I think he's going to have first down yardage at the 35.
I think he just got to about the 35-yard line, so they'll get a first down of the ball game.
So that is their first down. 9 minutes into the first quarter. It's kind of unusual. Their coaching staff is clear out near the numbers, calling the play and giving it to a receiver who brings it to the huddle. That's Jabari Washington, number 2, just a sophomore, but their fastest wideout.
And he's explosive. When they do throw the ball, he's one of their favorite targets.
They give it to Payton to the weak side. There's a flag, and he gets brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Usually that's in the area of a holding or a high-low there.
Dudzikowski in on the play. Holding is the call, so on first down, it'll be 1st and 20.
Again, the exact position we just talked about, Hayes not wanting to be in. Obviously no offense wants to go back 10 yards and have a 1st and 20. But when you're this, slot team, mainly running type of team, it's very important to stay on schedule. And, now at some point you would think that they'd have to try to put the ball in the air. Now they're going to their spread, which they do quite a bit, but it's still not their main forte.
McInvale fakes the handoff, then has pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Is that Gavin Woods?
I think that's Jackson Maynard.
No, yeah, you're right. Jackson Maynard gets in there. Not a bad guy either. That's his 7th sack of the year.
And we got a flag down way in the backfield. Must have been extracurricular activity back there. But Maynard got great pressure initially. Big, strong kid. Got great pressure initially and forced the quarterback from the pocket and was able to get the sack. But there's a penalty flag, but 20 yards downfield, and so not sure. I didn't see it, so I don't know who it could possibly be on.
And there's Chris Bruce, their best athlete on offense, in our huddle, basically talking with Gavin Woods, I believe. Now an offensive lineman comes up there. Kind of a different look. You don't see that happen very much.
Yeah, they're shaking hands and talking to each other, so mutual respect there, but we'll see what the penalty is.
We'll hear it here. So defensive holding on David DeHoyas.
Wow.
That'll give them an automatic first down, I believe. So 15 yards and an automatic first down up to, or 10 yards, up to the 35, but it is first down by penalty.
Yeah, so we go from 1st and 20 to a sack and to now what would have been, 2nd and 26 or 27, and now a first down for something 20, 25 yards downfield. I didn't see it, but.
It's a handoff to Payton. He spins. He gets about 5 yards up. We'll give him 4 to the 44. Good news. Reese Anderson, the junior center for the Rangers, is up working with the trainers, moving around so they can believe he can go back out there. I bet he will next time the Rangers have the ball.
Yeah, he's going through the paces down there and taking some steps, trainer evaluating and making sure he's good to go. Tell you what, BZ is one of the best in the business. We're lucky to have him. He's with the professional NBA trainer for a lot of years, and we're fortunate enough to get him here, and he's really good.
So 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Fake it to, and there's a dangerous pass. Gingrich came up. I thought he might have a chance to intercept it, but he went to tackle Bruce, who was the intended receiver, who had no chance to catch that ball because he knew the defender was all over him.
Yeah, and it was obviously a call there by Coach Ulbricht or Coach Worsty there. They study a lot of film, and so that set is very heavy on the run tags, and so they called a cat coverage there by Gingrich, and he read it all the way and hit him just in time.
McInville wants to throw. Was looking near sideline. Now he looks far sideline. Has Bruce, and he catches it near midfield, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, great coverage initially by the defense, receiver was just on a little crossing route, had good coverage initially, and then when the quarterback did a good job of scrambling, extending the plays, we ended up losing them a little bit late after what was good coverage initially.
So another first down for the Hawks. That is their 3rd first down of this series, even though it's been a kind of a funky series. First down and then a 10-yard loss, then a sack that didn't happen, and a penalty for a first down. That's their first passing first down. McInville wants to throw. 4 men out, all going on fly patterns. Over the middle of the field, it's going to be picked off. It was intended for Bruce.
Weston Ross.
Picked off by Weston Ross, and the Rangers will have possession of the ball with under a minute to go in the quarter at their own 17-yard line.
Great coverage by Ross. It almost looked like he was running the route more so than the wide receiver was. He saw it all the way and did a good job of stacking them and was on top of them. And then when they tried to bend it off and throw that post, he was actually running out ahead of the receiver, and it was more his ball than the receivers.
4 fly patterns, if you will, both numbers, both hash.
Yep.
And he curled it in, or at least the throw tried to get him to curl in, and the defense just beat him to it.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll go 4 verts, and one of the inside guys will run what you call like a beater, kind of bend it over the middle. That time Ross was ready for it.
Here's Bafidis on a little end around. He's got the far sideline and finally tripped up. Doesn't get caught from behind very often, but does that time. A good chase down.
Dylan Lofton.
By Lofton.
D lineman, like I said, you don't see very often. Bafidis getting caught from behind, and dang sure by not a defensive lineman, but that was Lofton showing great speed there and great hustle.
6'1", 200 junior. And that's the end of the quarter. So at the end of one quarter, the Rangers lead at 14-0 with the ball near midfield. At the 44-yard line, there's timeout on the field, and this is the Rangers Sports Network.
So Ty, what do you think's faster? Colton Thomason eating 24 hot dogs or GVTC's internet speed?
I don't know. That one's going to be close.
Ready, set, go. And done.
No, get some more. Do over.
I was not expecting that.
Me either.
Good luck to the Smithson Valley Rangers as they take on the Bernie champion Chargers. Sage Capital Bank is always glad to back the Rangers. Go Rangers!
And the handoff as we come back. Brad Sowersby in on this series with the Rangers up by a couple of scores at the start of the second quarter. A good positive gain of 4 yards at 2nd and 6. Fetus is back in as Daniel McBride comes out. Was a 2 tight end set on first down. Second down, send a couple of receivers out a little bit further. Still a tight end on the near side. They're going to run blitz. Sowersby gets outside of containment, goes up ahead, gets first down yardage as he's brought down by Dorian Hill and Caden Richardson. The two guys have been on almost every tackle so far tonight, but the Rangers have a first down at the Hawks 44-yard line.
Yeah, really doing a good job of running on the outside zone stretch. Hayes is so active on the interior with those Mike backers, always walking up and mugging up on the line of scrimmage that, a lot of times it's like, okay, well, let's just run it to the outside, and if we can get the edge, then there might not be much linebacker pursuit because they're on the inside.
Tight end either way. Will fake the handoff with pressure. Sinelick throws it near sideline, and a great catch is made inside the 25. TJ Hunt again with another big catch, over 30 on the season, over 400 yards on the season, and again he had a touchdown earlier for his 10th of the year.
Great ball by Sinelick, a design back shoulder fade. TJ does a good job of keeping vertical in his route, and then Sinelick throws an absolute perfect ball on a line back shoulder, and TJ opens up and adjusts. That's the most difficult route for a corner to defend, is a well-thrown back shoulder fade.
He's just like a basketball player, too, the way he screens off the corner when he turns. They jump in the neutral zone. We got a free play. They throw it to TJ over the top far sideline.
He caught it, so
and he caught it. And he's at the 1-yard line. If it stands, and I think it will, they might have blown the play dead. I don't know.
No, I don't think they did. And the ref threw a flag up there, so it might be defensive pass interference and the catch. And what a throw by Sinelick, and what a heck of a catch by TJ.
Well, there is a play on the line of scrimmage, but it was probably them offsides because that's what we saw.
Yes, yeah.
So it is pass interference declined. 2 fouls on the defense. Offsides and interference. So the ball will be at the 2-yard line on the pass play from Chase to TJ.
What a catch.
Unbelievable with a guy all over him.
What a throw.
Yeah. It's the play you run when they jump in the neutral zone.
Yeah, it's a free play. I mean, that's a design deal.
Yeah.
And jump in the neutral zone, throw.
And here is a touchdown. Chase Sinelick runs it in himself. And the Rangers go up 20-0. 10:05 to go in the second quarter. Amaya comes on for the extra point.
That was a heck of a catch. I'm still hung up on that catch. I've been really impressed with Sinelick. He's does nothing but make plays. He takes care of the football. I think he's still got 0 interceptions on the year. Knock on wood. Obviously not trying to jinx the guy, but taking care of the football, making the throws he needs to. And there's some heck throws on that drive. The back shoulder fade to TJ, and then that ball on the free play, threw it to the outside shoulder, let TJ fade away from it. And Sinelick's having himself a heck of a year playing quarterback.
He is indeed, now with 18 touchdowns and no interceptions here in the 9th game of the season. So the Rangers lead it now 21-0. 10:05 to go, second quarter. We'll see Amaya kick off again. He may not do that in the second half.
Yeah, pretty breezy down there. So he's going to be kicking against the wind this time. And so we'll see if they go. A lot of times, obviously, I think Maya still has the leg to be able to reach the goal line or near it, even into this wind. But a lot of times the Rangers going against the wind, like popping that ball up, letting it hang in the wind on a short bloop kick, and seeing if they can get some guys down there and maybe even recover it. So we'll see what they do here.
And again, I'm going to say this again. If you squib it straight down the middle, put your fastest guy in the middle, you might got a chance to get it.
Yeah, the middle's wide open right there for sure.
5 guys on the 50, 2 guys on the numbers on the 40, and then 2 more guys at the 25 on the outside of the numbers.
And they heard
this is a pooch kick. It's going to the 30 on the far sideline, fielded and brought down. Their best field position to start with of the night as the Rangers send him out of bounds inside the 40 at the, what we call it, the 36. So the Ranger defense comes out again from the 36. The Hawks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go tight formation. Bruce has the slot on the far side. O'Bara here on the near side. Payton, the tailback. He gets the handoff. Gets good block in the middle. Tripped up at the end by Weston Ross. Or he might have been gone.
And again, safety's making plays. That time it creased us up the middle a little bit, but Ross and De Hoyos back there at safety are your safety nets. They've done a great job all year and all game of making that last tackle, where if they don't, then they're the last line of defense, but they're really good open field tacklers.
So 2nd and 1, they give it to Payton. He comes this way. His offensive line will get him a chance to get a couple of yards and get a 1st down. Rangers frustrated they gave it up. Down at the bottom of the pile, Noah Herring. So 1st and 10 from the 47 now for the Hawks.
That's exactly what Hayes would like to do on offense. Get a good chunk on 1st down, keep the chains moving, give the defense a rest. And so I think this is a crucial drive for them. Even if they don't get points, get a couple 1st downs and give the defense a little bit of a rest.
This time O'Hara on a little sweep from the H-back. Gets about 4. Their best, I shouldn't say their best, their biggest offensive lineman, Bryce Kelly at right tackle, 6'5", 330 and a senior. Ryan Munoz next to him at right guard is almost as big, but not quite.
Yeah, and then this offensive style of the slot T, allows them to be very aggressive, and so they use their size and strength to their advantage, in their 3-point stance coming off the ball.
Payton gets around the right end, dives forward for a couple. Rangers cover him up pretty good. Short gain. It's 3rd and about 5.
Rangers defense rolling some guys in there. They'd love to get a stop here. Maybe force a punt. You never know. Down 21-0.
Right.
Hayes might be thinking, we're past midfield. If it's 4th and short, might go for it. But I think you could help make that decision for him if you stop him for a loss or don't let him make it 4th and short.
McIngvale turns around and says something to Payton. Going to give it to O'Hara on a sweep by the H-back. And he breaks a tackle. They'll chase him down probably before the end zone, but he'll muscle it in and get a touchdown. Good chase by Duffy from the opposite side. But that is Zach O'Bara, a senior. 6'3", 185, has carried the ball for over 700 yards, 10 yards a carry, and 12 touchdowns. That his 13th touchdown of the season, and the Hayes Hawks are on the board.
A really impressive run there, physical run. Had 2 or 3 Rangers that looked like they had a chance to get him. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the first touchdown the Ranger defense has given up since the first district game against Wagner.
Yeah.
They've had 3 shutouts and only allowed a field goal in the last 4 games. And so impressive run there by the Hayes running back.
So the Hawks narrow the difference, 21-7. Rangers on top. They'll receive the kickoff. 7:32 to go, 2nd quarter.
And again, you got to be ready here if you're the Rangers. And the coaches are telling them they know Hayes is just as likely to onside or squib the ball as they are not. And so that is not something that they only resort to, when they're down late in the game. So we'll see what they do here. Maybe try to build off of that momentum of scoring there and try to surprise the Rangers. But the Rangers take great pride in their special teams, and they know that that's something that's in their arsenal and they're willing to do. So you can expect to see the Rangers have some guys up front and be ready for it.
So the Hawks ready to kick it off, and here come the Rangers, who send a bunch of guys up close.
Yeah, almost looks like we got Hans team out there like there's only 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, kind of a 4-2-3 look, all within 10 yards between the 50 and the 40.
Just making sure that we don't give them a cheap one and give them some momentum.
Clark is deep, Bafidis at about the 25. They'll do an onside kick. It'll go up high. They have a chance at it, but the Rangers field it, and they're running up the field. Inside the 40, Rangers will have a short field as they'll have possession at the 37. I didn't see who got it.
It was De Hoyos.
De Hoyos?
De Hoyos caught it on the bounce and almost took it to the house there.
Yeah.
So, again, that's what they do, you know.
They had, I think it was Bruce that almost had a chance to go up and get a hand on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was a really good kick. I mean, it was exactly what you want, an onside kick. Took that big hop late.
And if De Hoyos doesn't be aggressive, isn't aggressive and goes and gets it, they get a chance.
Yeah, and you could tell that's something Smithson Valley worked all week and knew that was a distinct possibility. And Hayes is playing the odds, trying to get those extra possessions, and that time Rangers were ready for it, and now it's a short field.
De Hoyos in at tailback. Sinlick wants to throw. He's got a man in the open, and T.J. Hunt drops it. Kind of unusual there. He was so open. The ball hit him in the hands, and I'm just guessing he might have started to turn and run before he looked it in.
Yeah, I was just, good little flood pattern there. Good job by Sinlick getting his shoulders downhill and making a good throw. Hit TJ in the hands, and obviously that's one that he'll catch 99 times out of 100. And But good throw by Sinlick there, and good play call coming out, throwing early.
2nd and 10 from the 37. De Hoyos takes the handoff and just runs down. He dropped the ball. Is it inbounds or out of bounds? That's the call now. Because I believe Hayes fell on it.
I think they're saying the ball went out of bounds before the Hayes guy got it. But there's no doubt, I think De Hoyos lost the ball. Whether they're saying he stepped out before he fumbled or the ball went out of bounds, I'm not sure. But he definitely fumbled that one. But again, another great job of blocking on the edge out there by the big boys. And, De Hoyos is going to try to finish a run and not run out of bounds and be physical. But he's got to take care of the football.
So the Rangers use their dominant offensive line to continue to pave the way for the running game. De Hoyos stays in. He's got a tight end on either side. Now motioned by Clark. De Hoyos comes left, trips up, and he won't get first down yardage. Stopped at the 33. Needs to get to the 32, the 28. Needs a yard, maybe a yard and a half. No, a yard, and it's 4th down, and the Rangers are going to go for it. Did he stumble, or did someone get his foot?
No, they played it pretty well. They had some safeties and coming downhill at the point of attack, and linebackers actually got over the top that time and made a good defensive play. So 4th and 1.
4th and 1 from the 28. They blitz right through. Whistle will have to be made, and that's first down by penalty for the Rangers.
Yeah, that's a very active Mike linebacker, number 54, Dorian Hill. He gambles a lot. Sometimes it pays off, and as you see there, that time it didn't. But he is very active up on the line of scrimmage, darting from one A-gap to another, trying to, most of the time, get the offense to kind of flinch and maybe get a false start. And that time he was trying to make a big play on 4th down, and good use of going on 2 there by the Ranger offense to get a free first down.
So we split out Hunt and tight end Mason Birch to the far side. De Hoyos straight up the middle, waits for his block, then bursts forward, and he's in the end zone. What a great job of a patient read. And now we've got some flags as their defensive end, and one of our linemen got into it. So it is a touchdown by De Hoyos, I'm guessing. No?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a dead ball after the penalty, or after the touchdown. Looks like I said earlier, there's been a lot of extracurricular activity, and didn't see it. It was away from the play, but obviously there's something that happened afterwards that caused us to get a 15-yard penalty there, and just lost our composure there for a second.
And Jeremiah Jenkins is the offensive lineman, and I think he just said he was tossed.
Again, I didn't see it.
I just knew after the fact when their defensive end, Dylan Lofton, was pointing and clapping, and In any event, Amaya will come on for the extra point. 27-7 right now. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 28-7, 6:15 to go second quarter. There's timeout on the field on the Rangers Network.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
The Rangers up 28-7 here at Bob Shelton Stadium at Hayes High School. Taking on the Hawks. Rangers trying to work on their 7-1 overall, 5-0 district record in District 12 5A. Amaya's kickoff a little deep after the dead ball penalty. The high end over end kick comes near the sideline and goes out of bounds, but did Peyton touch it first? I think he did. No flag. It goes out of bounds at about the 28, so that's where they'll have possession. It would have been out to the 35 if it just goes out of bounds, but he touched it before it hit out of bounds.
Yep. So even after the penalty, we're going to end up with, Hayes not as good a field position as what you would have thought they were going to get. Inside the 30-yard line is something that's got to be frustrating for him after kicking off 15 yards further and still only getting the ball. Offense trotting out there at the 28-yard line. So we'll see how the defense reacts after giving up the first touchdown they've given up in a long time.
Yes, indeed. So they go tight. A couple of H-backs, a stand-up tight end. They'll give it to Obara on the sweep to the far sideline. He's met and brought down by Gingrich. But not until he gets a gain, what are they going to call that, about 8 yards. Now they're going to call it 10 yards and a first down at the 38-yard line. So you can expect them to continue to run that, because it's had some success. This time, Peyton up the middle, gets some blocks into the open. Caught by Woods and De Hoyos. Down at the 50, 49-yard line of the Rangers. First down for the Hawks.
Yeah, and Hayes is getting the running game going a little bit now. Building off that confidence of the last drive. They've had 2 successful runs in a row on first down, getting first down yardage, and their backs running with confidence, and see how Smithson Valley stiffens up here as Hayes crosses midfield.
So first and 10 from the Ranger 49. Sweep again. Obara goes far side. Met in the hole. That's Gavin Woods, and he says not today. Back to their 49, a loss of 2. It'll be second and 12.
Yeah, he said, fool me once, that type of deal. That was the play they ran 2 plays ago to get their initial first down. That time Woods said, we've read this book before, and was able to come and backfit it a little bit and able to run them down for a 2-yard loss and kind of get them off their schedule.
So again, their coach comes out to the numbers, sends in the play with a receiver. And again, they stay tight. The only receiver is stand up on the far sideline, kind of tight. Here's Peyton, a handoff. Caught in the middle and brought down. Fumbles loose. The Rangers got it. It's first down, Smithson Valley. That's Dud Zakowski that came up with it. Didn't see who had the hit
I didn't
first.
either. Kind of disappeared into the pile a little bit there, so I didn't see who made the initial hit. I just saw some scrambling around and then some Rangers getting excited there. So good job of getting the momentum back on our side after initially giving up a couple first downs in the first couple plays.
Kind of starts with Woods' 2-yard loss on a nice play. Kind of put them behind the chains a little bit. They try running with the tailback, and he fumbles. So Rangers back with the ball, up by a 28-7 score, 4:30 to go in the first half. Clark in motion, gets a jet sweep going far sideline, has some blockers. He follows his blockers and then gets shoved out of bounds, but not until he gets first down yardage inside the 40. I think they're going to call it 39, so that might be a 2nd and 1.
A little reverse there. Again, that's not necessarily the Rangers don't consider that a trick play. A lot of people consider a reverse a trick play. That's been a staple of their offense for a number of years, and they're going to run it 3 or 4 times a game. Now they're going to give different presentations every week and find a way to get something back against the grain to keep the defense from over pursuing and give them something else to look at.
Rangers call a timeout again because somebody's not lined up in the right spot. We had Hunt with Sampson and Birch out on the far sideline. Coach Hill calls a timeout. We'll take it with him. 4:22 to go in the second quarter. 28-7 Rangers on the Rangers Network.
Hey, Principal Wall, how have you been?
Really good, except for this.
Well, we specialize in wart and mole removal and acne treatment and skin allergy testing and skin cancer screenings, but I've never seen anything like this before. Hey, Dr. Miller, come check this out.
What? Is it getting worse?
Blue coloring, raised, multiplying like crazy. Do you know what it is? I haven't got a clue.
We're back to Hayes, a little jet sweep. It's the freshman, Sampson. He leans in and now keeps going. He leaned in for first down yardage, then kept his feet below him. Got 5 or 6 more yards before he's brought down, and that's first down yardage.
Yeah, earlier in the game, brought him on a fly sweep motion, faked it to him, handed it off going back the other way. This time he handed it to him, and he sure is an exciting, explosive player. And anytime he gets the ball in his hands, you kind of get to the edge of your seat thinking something exciting might happen. And really good run there, getting upfield, knowing the down and distance, and getting a first down there. But that won't be I don't think that'll be the last time we'll see him get one of those tonight.
Senelik with 2 receivers near side. Somebody jumped, and that'll be against us. Birch was a tight end. Out wide. He kind of jumped inside, and then I think, did an offensive lineman move too, or did they call it on him?
I think Birch realized he was lined up a little bit too wide and tried to move in. But when you line up on the line of scrimmage, if you're going to move, you have to get reset, and I think we snapped the ball before he got reset.
Yes.
So it wasn't necessarily a false start, so to speak, with someone jumped, but he didn't get set after being on the line of scrimmage and shifting.
So a tight end either way, a wide receiver either way. Senelik out of the shotgun with a back behind him. Is that Lance back in?
Yep.
Senelik wants to throw, is going long, far sideline, and overthrows. But Weston Ross kind of lost a couple of steps as he got jerked back. No whistle or no flag. He's still talking to the official. And the official then puts his arm around him, taps his helmet, and says, "I missed it."
I hope that's what he's saying, because he did.
I bet you $1 to a dime that's what he said, because otherwise he wouldn't run up and talk to him.
Yeah, I hope that's what he's saying, because it was pretty clear that Ross had beat the DB, and DB just reached out and yanked him backwards, and I think that ball would have hit him in stride. Good ball by Senelik. I think it would have hit him in stride for a touchdown if he hadn't have done it. But
2nd and 15. This is Sampson again with a blocker in front of him. He's got some moves. He's past the blocker. He's got a first down before he's dragged down. A nice job there by the safety, Chris Bruce. Talked about him on offense. There's his first tackle on defense.
There he is again. And Smith Valley offense is just doing a great job of getting their finding ways to get their playmakers the ball. Even, a lot of those guys, the Bafidis, the Quentin, Kyler, Ross coming over from the defensive side of the ball, the Hoyos coming over from the defensive side of the ball, finding ways to get the ball in their hands without necessarily having to do a low percentage throw to them. And a lot of that time it's on a jet sweep or reverse just like that.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Lance breaks, doesn't get away. Defensive lineman Christian Ramirez got a hold of him and hung on as Lance tried to get away. I thought he was going to get away, so it's now 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, looked like he had a crease there, but good backside pursuit by the backside D lineman there and was able to wrap him up from behind before he could get to that crease, but looked like he did have something on the front side if he was able to get to that hole.
So the Rangers 2nd and long again. 2nd and 15. They ran a jet sweep for a 1st down. We'll see what they do here. Senelik to Lance. Kind of knives his way forward for about, they're only going to give him a couple of yards. Looked like he fell forward better than that, but that's where they'll spot him at the 18. Hayes wants a timeout. 1:19 to go. We'll keep this one here. 28-7. It'll be 3rd and about 8. Haven't seen a long 3rd down for the Rangers so far tonight.
Yeah, it's both of those runs look like had some promise initially, and just good rallying defense by Hayes there. But you kind of wonder what Coach Hill and his offensive staff and Glenn Hill and those guys are thinking. Are they thinking it's 4-down territory? Obviously, this is well within Amaya's range, but do you kind of want to go for the proverbial knockout blow right now and take that momentum into half? And so I think that's really going to affect this play calling here. I think you're going to see either, a short throw or a run if they know they're going to go for it on 4th. But if they don't, then you might see a shot past the sticks where if it's incomplete, they know they're going to kick the field goal.
We got the ball with, 3.5 to go. They're not thinking about getting the ball back. They just don't want us to run out the clock. I don't. Maybe they just want to talk about this 3rd down play.
I think that's mainly what it is. They know that this is a crucial. If Smithson Valley scores a touchdown to go 35-7, and Smithson Valley gets the ball coming out in the second half, you can pretty much count it over. So I think they wanted to give their guys a breather and also talk about this 3rd down. So we'll see what they do here.
We're heavy to the far side. Now motion coming back. Clark to Hoyos. He wants to throw. He's looking for Hunt, and he doesn't come up with it. Would have been a spectacular catch as David threw the pass where only he could get to it. He just couldn't hang on to it, and it's incomplete. Brings up 4th and about 8. The offense staying on the field.
Yeah, good job of being disciplined by the Hayes DB there. It was kind of a pitch pass, and a lot of times the defense will just come screaming up, and that's what the Rangers were counting on, hoping for.
Right.
But good job by that one guy who was in coverage of staying on it. And it was a pretty good ball by De Hoyos, like you said, putting it in the only place and making sure that, it wasn't turnover. But yeah, it looks like the Rangers are going to go for it here and see if they can go up big before half.
Alex Villalobos, the junior corner, was on coverage. Again, play action, looking for Hunt, far sideline, and he overthrows him, and he knew it when he let it go. He had him open. It would have been a 1st down catch inside the 10, but he threw it out of the reach of T.J. Hunt, and the Rangers turn it over on downs. 1:09 to go in the 1st half, 28-7. Smithson Valley on top. Perfect play, just little one that got away from him.
Yeah, long throw, deep drive route to the opposite side of the field. Sidnick's got plenty of arm strength to do that. Just sailed just a little bit on him. Think he might have tried to put some extra sauce on that, knowing it was a long throw. Ball sailed just a little bit. But again, good drive, good time-consuming drive, and we'll just count on the defense here to kind of get a stop, run out the clock, and Rangers will get the ball coming out of the second half.
They'll go partial wide, want to throw. Looking for Bruce, but he's going to get sacked. Good job by the Rangers that time. That's Garrett.
Yeah, it almost looked like McLean beat his guy so quickly, and the quarterback was just kind of standing there that it looked like McLean got there and then almost didn't tackle him right away because he thought maybe the quarterback had already thrown it. And so, but by that time we'd had 2 more guys, and then they all ended up getting the sack. But great inside move there by McLean, beating his tackle and getting immediate pressure.
He was looking for Bruce, who had gone out shallow this way.
You see Sendejo there in the crowd. Andrew Sendejo came to watch the game tonight. Ranger legend. Had 12, 13, 14-year career in the NFL. Played for Smithson Valley. He's a year older than me, so he was part of those Ranger runs in 03, 04, 05, and part of that team that took South Lake Carroll to the last play of the game in the state championship in 04, and still a big part of this program, and obviously a name that's really recognized and still really active in the Ranger community, and great guy, and he's here out tonight to support the Rangers.
Name all the NFL teams he played with.
Well, he started off with the Cowboys.
Yes.
And then Vikings, Browns, Eagles, and then I think he finished out with the Colts last year. So I think he's enjoying retirement. He certainly earned it, and had a heck of a career.
Rangers call that timeout. 2nd and long. Here's an end around. This is, I believe it's Bruce. It is. He won't get back to the original. Well, he gets past the original line of scrimmage, but gets shoved out of bounds. Ross and others. He'll get about 10 yards up to the 21. So that'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
And I wouldn't be surprised here if, the Rangers tackle them in bounds or it's a run or something for Coach Hill to use a timeout. I mean, Hayes kind of helped us out by using a timeout after first down, and that one went out of bounds. The Rangers having all 3 timeouts in their pocket, they might have a chance to – they're thinking if we get a stop here, we get another possession.
McInville throws a towel back, now gives it to Peyton. Up the middle he goes. He's surrounded. He's not down yet as the pile continues to move. We need a whistle as he's not really going anywhere, and they finally stop him at the 25 with the whistle.
And we did take a timeout there, so we're going to be 4th down with 43 seconds. And, with our dangerous returners back there with Bafidis and Clark and, our prowess on the punt block unit of maybe even blocking one, should get really good field position with plenty of time with 2 timeouts to maybe go and try to get another score or at least get into Maya's field goal range.
So the Rangers call this one. Hayes had called the first one, hadn't they?
Yeah, they called it after first down, which was kind of surprising to me. I thought that maybe, they would try to get a first down first and then see if they start using timeouts, get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. But they took a timeout after the first down. And then 2nd down, we forced their runner out of bounds after the reverse. And so, 2 plays where Smithson Valley didn't have to use a timeout that stopped the clock. And so we used only our first one.
Because we only had one left.
Okay.
Because of the 2
you're
timeouts
right.
we called on
right.
misalignments
the
on offense.
Said we still had 3. I forgot about those 2 ones we had on offense. But, we can block this or get a good return by Bafidis. Looks like De Hoyos is back there as well and take a few shots and get well within Amaya's range there.
The punt is off, and it goes over our heads. We got to let it go now. Bafidis tried to go back and grab it on a hop, and it went back towards the
it was a good punt.
Hawks. Kind of checked up like your golf shot. 33 seconds to go in the half. Rangers have the ball at their own 28.
Yeah, it was a really good punt by Hayes there. Obviously, you'd like to get the ball caught, even if it was a fair catch by Bafidis or De Hoyos. But you're thinking, hey, man, the ball's going to go in one of their hands, and they're at least going to get us another 15, 20 yards and not have that far to go to get inside field goal range. But, so Smithson Valley starting inside their own 30-yard line. They're going to need a good 50 yards here or so to get within field goal range.
2 wideouts to either side. They send 4. Senelik, little lateral to Bafidis. He's tackled after first down yardage. They need to get up and spike it quickly, says Coach Hill.
They're saying he didn't get the first down, I guess.
Well, he did get the first down.
Well, they're saying he didn't,
Oh,
so
no.
that's why the clock
Okay.
is still running. I think Coach Hill was calling spike thinking that was first down, and now we get up there and spike it, but another 15 seconds ran off the clock because they didn't give us the first down there.
So the ball's at the 38. We need to get to the 39 for a first down. So 3rd and 1, 12 seconds left. Couple of receivers near side. They rush 3. There's Hunt, middle of the field. Breaks a tackle, avoids another tackler, then gets brought down at the 41. They'll have to hurry. The clock's at 3 if they can get back up in time before the referee starts the clock. He winds it quickly, and we don't get it spiked in time. He wound it quicker than you might have expected after the first down.
Yeah, they're not supposed to wind it until the chains are set, and the chains still aren't even set.
They still haven't been set. That is correct. But anyway,
that's why Coach Hill's so upset right now. And you started the clock, and chains aren't even set.
First half is over, 28-7. Rangers go into the locker room with a 21-point lead as Coach Hill still wants to talk with the referee and is not happy about what happened. But it is halftime here on the Rangers Network.
Hello, I'm John Chapman, the new superintendent of Kamal ISD. I am humbled and excited to be able to serve our community, all 589 square miles. Over the course of the next 90 days, I'm going to be listening to our constituents, listening to small group and individuals to learn the great things that CISD has to offer. Together, it takes a village to raise a child, and I look forward to working with you in the foreseeable future. Thank you for who you are, what you represent, and how we can work together as a team.
$2, $4, $6, $1. All for the Rangers, stand up and holler! Ow! No, what's wrong? I really hurt my leg. That's horrible. Wait, Elle's dad sells insurance. Maybe he can help.
I wish he could, but...
My dad has his life insurance with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance.
Yes, but...
My mom has her homeowner's policy with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance also.
I know my uncle says he only trusts Jeremy Fuller State Farm with his auto insurance needs. Guys, wait! We do so many great coverages, but just not cheerleader legs.
Hey, that's okay. It's all better now. Let's start from the top, but with a little change. $2, $4, $6, $1. All for Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance. Stand up and holler!
Imagine a new technology in teeth whitening that is able to get better results than ever before that is specific to your teeth whitening goals. Summerhill Dental has it, and it's called TheraSmile, a new method of teeth whitening that can change your smile dramatically after just one session. If you've stopped whitening your teeth due to messy trays, sensitive teeth, and a need for multiple treatments, come to Summerhill Dental and try TheraSmile today. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
Sí, mi amor. I'm sure they will love it.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? Got some toys to donate.
All right. Thanks for your donation.
Thank you very much.
No matter how you choose to give, your donation sends a message of hope to millions of less fortunate children across America. So they too can enjoy the magic of Christmas.
Wait, Elle's dad sells insurance. Maybe he can help.
I wish he could, but...
My dad has his life insurance with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance.
Yes, but...
My mom has her homeowner's policy with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance also.
I know my uncle says he only trusts Jeremy Fuller State Farm with his auto insurance needs.
Guys, wait! We do so many great coverages, but just not cheerleader legs.
Hey, that's okay. It's all better now. Let's start from the top, but with a little change. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance. Stand up and holler!
Hey, Principal Wall, how have you been?
Really good, except for this.
Well, we specialize in wart and mole removal and acne treatment and skin allergy testing and skin cancer screenings, but I've never seen anything like this before. Hey, Dr. Miller, come check this out.
What? What? Is it getting worse?
Blue coloring, raised, multiplying like crazy. Do you know what it is? I haven't got a clue.
This man has SV Rangeritis.
SV Rangeritis?
Yes, it's when you have so much school spirit, it just bursts through your pores. This may be the worst, the best I've ever seen.
How can I cure this?
Cure it, you spread it.
You're spending more time at home now than ever, so why take chances with your comfort? That's why you need Air Clinic. Our comfort advisors ensure your home is the perfect temperature year-round. Let us put on a comfort clinic for you. Feel Air Clinic quality today.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our new superintendent, Dr. John Chapman, to come up and share a few words with us.
Well, good morning. This is a great opportunity. This marks a special occasion and a huge milestone for CISD. You know, we're a fast-growing district, as Mr. York had stated. You know, one of the pieces that we're seeing a lot of right now is the growth in our district. As you can tell, one of our biggest growth areas right now is 281. And so the corridor and the growth that is expecting here, this is much needed in our district today. We are the second fastest growing county in the nation. The second fastest growing county in the nation. And we are, when we look at our housing closings, we are number 2 in San Antonio as we speak. We looked at our demographer and we were looking at some of the growth and what's going to be expecting over the course of the next few years. And in 5 years, Kamal ISD is expecting to have 35,000 students. 35,000 students in the next 5 years. So this is a great opportunity for us to celebrate this building and how we're going to continue to grow and improve each and every day. As we move forward, we need to continue to think about how we can support the community that we're in now and in our foreseeable future with the future bonds that are going to be coming forth. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for the support that you've provided and look forward to groundbreaking ribbon cutting in August of 2024. Thank you.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
So Ty, what do you think's faster? Colton Thomason eating 24 hot dogs or GVTC's internet speed?
I don't know. That one's gonna be close.
Ready, set, go. And done.
No, get some more. Do over.
I was not expecting that.
Me either.
Hello, I'm John Chapman, the new superintendent of Kamal ISD. I am humbled and excited to be able to serve our community, all 589 square miles. Over the course of the next 90 days, I'm going to be listening to our constituents, listening to small group and individuals to learn the great things that CISD has to offer. Together, it takes a village to raise a child, and I look forward to working with you in the foreseeable future. Thank you for who you are, what you represent, and how we can work together as a team.
$2 bits, $4 bits, $6 bits, $1. All for the Rangers, stand up and holler!
What's wrong? I really hurt my leg. That's horrible. Wait, Elle's dad sells insurance. Maybe he can help.
I wish he could, but...
My dad has his life insurance with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance.
Yes, but...
My mom has her homeowner's policy with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance also.
I know my uncle says he only trusts Jeremy Fuller State Farm with his auto insurance needs.
Guys, wait! We do so many great coverages, but just not cheerleader legs.
Hey, that's okay. It's all better now. Let's start from the top, but with a little change. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance. Stand up and holler!
Imagine a new technology in teeth whitening that is able to get better results than ever before that is specific to your teeth whitening goals. Summerhill Dental has it, and it's called TheraSmile, a new method of teeth whitening that can change your smile dramatically after just one session. If you've stopped whitening your teeth due to messy trays, sensitive teeth, and a need for multiple treatments, come to Summerhill Dental and try TheraSmile today. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
See, mi amor, I'm sure they will love it.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you doing? Got some toys to donate.
Alright, thanks for your donation.
Thank you very much.
No matter how you choose to give, your donation sends a message of hope to millions of less fortunate children across America. So they too can enjoy the magic of Christmas.
Wait, Elle's dad sells insurance. Maybe he can help.
I wish he could, but...
My dad has his life insurance with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance.
Yes, but...
My mom has her homeowner's policy with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance also.
I know my uncle says he only trusts Jeremy Fuller State Farm with his auto insurance needs.
Guys, wait! We do so many great coverages, but just not cheerleader legs.
Hey, that's okay. It's all better now. Let's start from the top, but with a little change. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance. Stand up and holler!
Principal Wall, how have you been?
Really good, except for this.
Well, we specialize in wart and mole removal and acne treatment and skin allergy testing and skin cancer screenings, but I've never seen anything like this before. Hey, Dr. Miller, come check this out.
What? What? Is it getting worse?
Blue coloring, raised, multiplying like crazy. Do you know what it is? I haven't got a clue.
This man has SV Rangeritis.
SV Rangeritis?
Yes, it's when you have so much school spirit, it just bursts through your pores. This may be the worst, the best I've ever seen.
How can I cure this?
Cure it? You spread it.
You're spending more time at home now than ever, so why take chances with your comfort? That's why you need Air Clinic. Our comfort advisors ensure your home is the perfect temperature year-round. Let us put on a comfort clinic for you. Feel Air Clinic quality today.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our new superintendent, Dr. John Chapman, to come up and share a few words with us.
Well, good morning. This is a great opportunity. This marks a special occasion and a huge milestone for CISD. You know, we're a fast-growing district, as Mr. York had stated. You know, one of the pieces that we're seeing a lot of right now is the growth in our district. As you can tell, one of our biggest growth areas right now is 281. And so the corridor and the growth that is expecting here, this is much needed in our district today. We are the second fastest growing county in the nation. The second fastest growing county in the nation. And we are, when we look at our housing closings, we are number 2 in San Antonio as we speak. We looked at our demographer and we were looking at some of the growth and what's going to be expecting over the course of the next few years. And in 5 years, Kamal ISD is expecting to have 35,000 students. 35,000 students in the next 5 years. So this is a great opportunity for us to celebrate this building and how we're going to continue to grow and improve each and every day. As we move forward, we need to continue to think about how we can support the community that we're in now and in our foreseeable future with the future bonds that are going to be coming forth. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for the support that you've provided and look forward to groundbreaking ribbon cutting in August of 2024. Thank you.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
So Ty, what do you think's faster? Colton Thomason eating 24 hot dogs or GVTC's internet speed?
I don't know. That one's gonna be close.
Ready, set, go. And done.
No, get some more. Do over.
I was not expecting that.
Me either.
Excuse me. Excuse me, are you Santa Claus? I heard you might be him. If you are him, here's my list.
Help the Marines make Christmas possible for less fortunate children. Donate a new toy to Toys for Tots.
Here's Santa Claus.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Discovery Kitchen. My name is Sylvia and I'm a registered dietitian and we've got Chef Mario.
Hey, how's it going? It's Halloween time. It's
Spooky season.
Days. So we're gonna go seat to table and we have brought our little friend with us.
Yes, he's awesome. Chef Mario carved him himself. I'm impressed.
Oh, look at that. So, there's a couple of things I can do, ma'am.
Whoa, put the knife down.
Well, then put the knife down. I'm not going to get violent, but I did want to say that.
It looks good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
But what is our theme this month, Mario?
Well, seed to table
Yes,
today.
seed to table.
So these are all things that you can grow in your garden.
From a seed.
You can get them from a farmer's market.
Farmer's market. If you don't want to grow them yourself, I understand.
Yeah.
It's hard to grow stuff.
Well, yeah, you can go to the farmer's market. You can go to the market itself, period.
Yes.
You can go to the food bank. And
yeah, they do.
And they happen to have vegetables too, should you be in that position. Get it. Get it.
So, awesome. We're making sauteed vegetables.
Sauteed vegetables.
And what else?
And while I'm at it, I'm going to turn around and show you that you could. I've got some egg whites here, so I want to show you a little frittata. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil here.
Okay. So we got a bonus. We're gonna make some stir-fried vegetables and a frittata.
All at the same time?
All at the same time.
How about
that? Because they both go together.
Woo! So we're gonna add our egg whites down here.
Awesome. Is your fire on?
No, we're going to.
Oh, we're gonna light it up right now.
We're gonna light it up in just a second. We're gonna be patient.
I will be patient.
So we got that. We got fire going.
Awesome. Egg whites are the part of the egg that has most of the protein and has a lot of the nutrients as well. But egg whites are full of protein. The yolk is the part that has mostly fat.
Yes, and we're gonna add some.
What are those?
These are cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
If you happen to have some heirloom tomatoes, those are equally great.
Equally delicious.
Just cut them in half.
Yes,
those are in there.
Awesome.
Boom.
Into our egg whites.
Into the egg whites.
Okay.
Okay. And we happen to have some spinach.
Ooh, spinach. It is so nutritious, has so many vitamins and minerals.
And it's
these leaf. Just a leaf.
It's a leafy. Yeah, my grandchildren say, can we have some leaves? They don't call them spinach.
They don't call them spinach? They call them leaves?
Leaves. They don't have leaves. Said, okay.
Really? So, it's so nutritious and dense with vitamins and minerals, and it's just a leaf, and it has all those amazing things in there.
And it's gonna cook down, you know.
Yes,
so.
Spinach wilts like really crazy. So you see that amount, it's gonna look like this small after he cooks
it. The next thing I'm gonna add is red onion. Okay.
Ooh, why red and not white? Do you just like the color?
I think it's more color, and I think we've spoken about the color in your diet.
Yes.
And how important that is.
Yes, adding colors.
So I'm gonna add that in there.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna add just one cut.
Onion. Does it make you cry when you cut onions, Mario?
But they say the jealous ones don't cry. So
oh.
So then we're gonna add some mushrooms.
Okay, onion goes back. Mushrooms, I love mushrooms. It's a fungi.
It's a fungi, and you know I've noticed I added the stem on this one. You don't have to, because you could turn around and just
take out the stems.
Pop it out, eh? No pasa
Reduce
nada.
food waste, and you can use it. Would
there
be
you
better.
go.
But either way, as long as you eat
So
your
we're
vegetables.
adding some mushrooms in there.
Delicious. They have a there's special mushrooms that they're grown under UV light, and if they're grown under UV light, they have really high amounts of vitamin D in them, which is really cool. A lot of Americans don't get enough vitamin D in the diet, so you can get them in your mushrooms.
Sorry.
Awesome. Got your whisk, Mario?
Yes.
Whisking up the egg skillet that we have with the tomatoes and the spinach and the mushroom.
And it's cooking on low. We're just gonna let it
It simmer.
Yeah, we're not gonna add any more to that.
Okay.
But you could.
Okay.
And I've shown you how to cut. And this is they call one
What
of
is
these.
that?
That is a fire bell pepper.
A fire bell pepper?
Looks like fire, you know.
That's like a combination of the red and the yellow. And
Yes.
almost orange because, those primary colors make orange.
Yes.
So, wow.
Isn't that neat?
And I've talked about bell peppers before. They're really high in vitamin C, which is really good for our immune health. Helps us fight off bad germs, especially during the season, right? We've got viruses going around, flu, COVID. So make sure to eat your colorful vegetables, especially yellow, orange, and red.
So we're just gonna add a couple of these.
Or is that squash?
This is the yellow squash.
Squash.
And
Tony Brubaker, Brian Hill back with you at Bob Shelton Stadium as the Rangers lead at 28-7, almost ready to start the second half. Standings in District 12 5A look like this. The Rangers atop 5-0. Canyon, Seguin, Wagner all at 4-1. Canyon actually at 5-1 because they won last night over MacArthur. Hayes is there in 5th place at 2-3. Then MacArthur 1-5 now. Lehman and Bernie Champion both at 0-5 heading into tonight, and Lehman plays at Bernie Champion.
Yeah, so some things will start getting sorted out here obviously tonight and next week. Wagner and Seguin are playing tonight, and Wagner's leading that game 41-21. So.
Instead of an onside kick, they kick it to an open area. The Rangers get there first. Bafidis picks it up and gets hit right away and brought down at the 20. Good job of hustle by their coverage team. That's Justin Lancaster, a junior secondary member. Well, the Rangers will have it 1st and 10 after getting to it wasn't really a pooch, just kind of a floater out there.
Yeah.
Didn't ever get very high, but landed and stopped around the 20 where Bafidis picked it up.
Yeah, ended up being, our worst field position of the night. Good job by Hayes. We got a bunch of guys on the line of scrimmage, trying to prepare just in case they try another onside kick. And so they found a little hole back there and hit their spot.
So the Rangers go 1st and 10. They give it to Bafidis going to the far side. Turns up after the tackle and gets about 5. Pushed back. Their defense is trying to act like they have some aggression right now. Dorian Hill, one of those making the tackle along with a couple of others. It's 2nd and 5.
Another example there, getting Bafidis in the backfield, and he's back there quite a bit. Not every time he's getting the ball, they do a good job of mixing it up and him lead blocking on some plays and things like that to make sure opponents know just because he's back there he's not going to get it. But obviously trying to get him the ball as much as we can.
They'll hand it off to Lance up the middle, has a seam, gets 1st down yardage, a gain of about 9 up to the 34. Or he's brought down by, among others, Christian Ramirez, a defensive tackle.
Good job up front, creating that lane for Lance, and good job on this first drive of the first half, first drive of the game. You always want to come out and at least get a couple first downs under your belt, get kind of back into the flow of the game. Good job of getting that first down. Now we can start getting into our groove a little bit.
So on 1st and 10 from the 34. Senelik wants to throw. There's a man on the near sideline, wrestled down by Bafidis, wrestled down by Villalobos. Not until another 1st down as they get Bafidis out of the backfield just to do a little out route.
And again, tendency breakers there. We had 2 wide receivers to the field, 2 tight end set, 2 wide receivers, and that time we ran a naked back into the boundary to what you call the nub side where there's not a wide receiver, bringing Bafidis out of the backfield. So, trying to not only have success in tonight's play, but get things on film for down the road so that, future opponents can't pick up on tendencies or anything like that.
Right. So 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near. Senelik to throw. There's TJ. Caught from behind, but a big gain up to the 20-yard line. There is a flag that will bring it back, though. They're going to call a hold.
And obviously bring back a big play there, get you behind the chains, but really good throw by Sinalik.
Really good throw.
Really good throw on a line. Great route by TJ. He's really good at those, 5-step skinny post glance routes, and him and Sinalik definitely have a connection and timing on that. They've hit a number of those this season already for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns, but that holding will bring it back, and we got 1st and 20, so need to get a successful play here on first to get some of it back to kind of try to get back on schedule.
It's amazing how TJ always has himself with the defender on his back when he's on a route.
He's a really good route runner.
Just fascinating the way he can do that. Bafidis back and forth. Takes a pitch coming this way with a pulling guard. Has some room. Gets about 5 or 6 of it, depending on where they spot it. Spot it near the 41. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Their defensive lineman will go out after getting shaken up.
Again, we talked about it earlier, kind of a gadget reverse like some people would call it, but again, that's a staple of the Ranger offense, and they're going to run something like that, 3, 4, 5 times a game. They just consider that another one of their run packages, and,
I just have to say they've got a defensive lineman out there with a number that isn't on their roster. Isn't that fascinating? Sinalik to throw. Turns down his first option, now over the top, looking for TJ, and he can't get to it. TJ Hunt overthrown that time. Doesn't happen very often. Chase put enough air under it that he tried to get him to run under it just a little too much. He might have got bumped early on that Chase didn't anticipate.
Well, I think it was a double move, fake an early route, get the corner to bite up. And that's always hard as a quarterback to kind of judge, because obviously when your receiver stopping and starting, he's not running at full speed, like just a normal go route. And so it's easy to overthrow those types of balls. But it was a really good route by TJ, double move. Got the corner to bite and had a couple steps, just overthrown just a little bit. Now we got a 3rd and long.
3rd and 14, 2 receivers either way. Lance the setback, play action. He's being chased. Sinalik will be sacked for the first time tonight on what amounts to a linebacker blitz. Michael Bischoff, who is listed on their stats as the leading tackler. I think that's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, they brought an all-out blitz there. They went 0 coverage and pretty much man press, send the rest type of mentality there, and they just brought more guys than we could block. And good job by Sinalik of just holding on to it, and again, don't make a bad play worse with a turnover or anything like that. So he covered up, and our defense is pretty good, so it's okay to reserve the right to punt. But yeah, they went for broke on that one and ended up working out for them.
So the punt is going to get a good roll to it. Will stop somewhere around the 30-yard line. So good work by the Rangers, who will go on the defensive side now as we're a little over 4 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Still 28-7, Rangers on top.
Hey, Principal Wall, how have you been?
Really good, except for this.
Well, we specialize in wart and mold removal and acne treatment.
Chris Bruce with the carry. It's a good gain on 1st down of about 5.
Good hustle there by De Hoyos and Woods. Woods running him down from his linebacker position, and De Hoyos coming up from his safety spot. But a good pickup on 1st down, and again, that's kind of what Hayes wants. Get 5-6 on 1st down, and now they're staying on schedule with that, slot T, pistol T offense that they run.
Just to Peyton, gets met and driven back. They give him a yard up to the 36, but he got put on his back by several Rangers.
Richard was maybe the first one to hit him and drive him back.
Yeah. Woods was in on it as well. So 3rd and 4 from the 36. keep it tight. This is Bruce coming from the far side to the near side, breaks a couple of tackles, shrugs a couple of them off, but gets shoved out of bounds. Woods, Richard both there. After a gain of a couple, it'll be 4th down and about 3 from the 36-yard line, or 4th down and 4, pardon me.
Looks like Hayes got away with a little bit of a holding there. It looked like Maynard was right there ready to make the play and was kind of getting held there at the point of attack. Wasn't able to make the tackle, but was able to get pressure and string it out. And I'll tell you what, pretty good run by Bruce just to even get back to the line of scrimmage there, because there was all kinds of Rangers in pursuit. Looks like they're going to think about going for it here, deep in their own territory, 4th down, knowing that they're behind, need to make something happen.
Trying to stay in the game.
Yep.
So timeout on the field. Rangers up 28-7 on the Rangers Network.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
And we're back. They're on 4th down. Play clock's winding down. They're trying to draw us off, I think. Now they finally snap it. They'll throw it to Bruce, and he gets 1st down, but there's going to be a flag for a hold by the wide receiver, I'd bet. Chris Bruce gets 1st down yardage, but it's coming back.
Yeah, ran a little bubble screen out there, and the wide receiver doesn't in charge of blocking Gingrich there. Gingrich did a great job of running forward, trying to run through the block and forcing that penetration, and the receiver grabbed onto him and held him, and so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and now we'll probably see Hayes' punt team.
We would guess.
I would guess so.
So 10 yards on the hold by the receiver. They've got a different punter.
We got our guys a little bit deeper now, making sure we don't get it kicked over our head again.
That one sails wide out of bounds. That's Andre Walker. Backup quarterback is now the punter. He punted once in the first half. This one a short punt, marked at their 46-yard line, so a gain of not very much on the punt.
Yeah, and good job by the Ranger defense going out there and getting a stop. Really, Hayes stopped our offense for the first time tonight, and could have been a situation where they start feeling a little confidence, and if they were able to get that ball back after a big stop and go down and score, then we got a whole new ball game. Great job by the defense going out there and holding them, and now the Rangers get the ball in plus territory.
A few different offensive linemen, at least one different backup in there. Senelik still at quarterback. Sowersby has a nice pickup of a blitz. The throw, a short one. Caught by Hunt for a gain of about 2 to the 44. He was hit as he caught the ball.
Yeah, pretty good coverage and really good catch for only a 2-yard gain. Yeah. Really strong catch by TJ going up there and getting a high ball and having strong hands with a defender on his back. Good pitch and catch there, and not as much as you would like to get on 1st down, but still positive yards. And
couple of tight ends. Now Sampson in motion. Sowersby takes the handoff and makes some nice moves. Gets 1st down yardage before he's finally wrestled down, but not until he's inside the 30-yard line on a big gain by Brad Sowersby, the sophomore. 32 carries, 167 yards, and a couple of touchdowns coming in. That's his third carry or fourth carry tonight.
Yeah, great blocking up front. And they brought Quentin on a fly sweep to kind of get the eyes of the linebackers and safeties moving a little bit. And then they handed off to Sowersby up the middle. Great blocking and a good cut to the outside to pick up an explosive run and get a first down.
Chase comes over to talk with Coach Hill real quickly to get the play call on 1st and 10 from the 29. Gives it to Sowersby again. Good blocking, good move. Stays on his feet after a hit. Keeps going and is still churning his legs inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A great run by the sophomore. Again, Brad Sowersby.
Again, we say it, I feel like I say it every time he comes in each week. He's a glider, I really enjoy watching him run. Different style than Lance and De Hoyos. Those guys, obviously really good running backs in their own right, but they're more of a one cut and be physical. And Sowersby does a great job of making people miss and kind of gliding through his cuts. And you could see it there, made 2 or 3 guys miss in the open field. Really, really a good, change-up type of back to bring in every couple series, different type of look.
I've seen it a couple other games, but again, Chase comes over to get the play face-to-face. Sowersby again makes another man miss, and he's going to the end zone, and I believe he's in. It should be a touchdown because he had the ball going over the plane, and Brad Sowersby has his 3rd touchdown of the year, and the Rangers go up 34-7 with the extra point to come.
What a run. I mean, great blocking initially up front. Hayes came with their all-out blitz again and brought some pressure up the middle. Great job by the offensive line picking it up, and Sowersby took it over from there. Made a couple guys miss, made a real good move in the open field, made a guy completely miss, and he had one guy left and gave him a stiff arm and was able to be physical and work his way to the end zone. Outstanding run by the sophomore Sowersby.
As you saw, he was Amaya's kick is good. As you saw, he was met at the 5 and just took him into the end zone with him.
Yeah, gave a stiff arm and then lowered his shoulder and then extended that ball and dove into the end zone there. Really, really impressive run. We talked about him being a glider and making people miss, but at the end of that run, he can show, hey, I can be physical too as well. I'm not just a glider. I can lower my shoulder and be physical when I need to as well. So really great run by Sowersby.
Great blocking, as has been the case all night. The Rangers go up 35-7, 4:12 to go. Third quarter action here from Bob Shelton Stadium here in Hayes at Hayes High School. The Rangers look to go 6-0 in district play and 8-1 overall with 1 game left. They'll be at home next Friday night as the Seguin Matadors come to town in what would be senior night.
Yep.
The final home game of the 2022 season as the Rangers will try to finish district undefeated. And I can tell you that the Rangers 5-0 start trying to go undefeated in district for the first time since 2012 when they were 5-0, and it will be the 7th time under Larry Hill if they can do it.
Yeah, and it'll be a tough one. I mean, Seguin's a good ball club, and they're gonna fight like heck because they're still fighting for playoff position, and they're already in, but fighting for the seeds and everything like that. And so it's going to be a heck of a ball game tomorrow night. But again, if the Rangers pull this one off tonight, then obviously they're in the driver's seat for that district championship. And also, if they're able to win tonight, this will be the first time in program history that the Rangers get a win against Hayes at Bob Shelton Stadium here in Buda. And so
I had all kinds of stuff on this team that I just forgot to give in the first half, so we'll do it right now. As the Rangers go on defense, they've given up just 16 points in 5 district games, including 3 shutouts. Well, that's now, 23 points. And the Rangers had outscored foes 216-16 as they run the ball on first down for first down yardage. 216-16 in their first 5 wins coming in. That's a pretty impressive district run.
Yeah, it is, and it's a great job with all 3 phases of the game as well. Obviously, you look at that number, 16 points, only giving up 13 of that in the first district ball game, so only giving up 3 points in the last 4 games coming into this one. They gave, obviously, a touchdown tonight, bringing that total up just a little bit, but still, I mean, That's an eye-popping number, but then also not just the shutouts and not giving up points, but also the great field position that they've been consistently given, and the Ranger offense being efficient as well. And they've had it going here last couple weeks, and they got to finish strong.
Well, several guys took off a little early. In any event, they get no gain as the defense stops them.
That's what Coach Hill's saying right there a little bit to the white hat, is saying, hey.
Two guys left early.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for sure. We all saw it.
Yeah, but again, kind of going back to the district, like we said earlier, the 4 playoff teams are set: Smithson Valley, Wagner, Canyon, and Seguin. It's just a matter of, who's going to be in what seed. Now that we're in 5A, we're pre-split into Division I, so it's 4 teams all in the same bracket. It's not like 6A last number of years that we've.
Mackenvale throws it to the far sideline, and a great tackle made.
Good tackle by Gingrich.
Gingrich again.
Going back, in 6A, they 4 teams make the playoff, but then once they make the playoffs, the 4 teams, whoever out of those 4 teams has the highest 2 enrollments, they go Division I, and the bottom 2 enrollments go Division II. Now that we've dropped down to 5A Division I, we're already predetermined. And so now you truly do, if you get that top seed, it's really important because you're playing a 4 seed from another district. Whereas in the 6A, you could get the top seed, but technically be playing a second-place team from another district. They just happen to be the low seed in that division. So
it's 3rd and long. Pressure on the quarterback, Mackenvale, and he'll get sacked, and that is Dylan Goss. His 2nd sack of the year as he wrestles down the junior quarterback for a loss on 3rd and long to make it 4th and about 17.
Yeah, great pressure by Goss. Obviously ended up getting the sack, but a lot of that had to do with the coverage downfield by the secondary. No place for the quarterback to throw the ball, and so he was forced to hold on to it longer than what he needed to, and Goss was able to get a big sack there, and he's getting celebrated by his buddies on the sideline there. Happy for him. And
yes, indeed.
2nd one in the season, and a big 3rd down sack there to, again, potentially set the Ranger offense up with great field position.
And again, Walker, the punter. Bafidis and De Hoyos back. This one's short again. Bafidis comes up to make a fair catch and gets hit, and there's a flag. A couple flags come out as he made a great job of reading the punt off the foot and got up there to make a fair catch, and one of their guys came down going through a blocker and just ran right through him.
Yeah, one thing we know about Bafidis is he's always going to try to catch the ball. He's fearless, and so regardless if he's going to fair catch it or if he's not going to, he's always going to try to go catch that football. And that time he obviously got hit before he could do that, and we're going to get a 15-yarder here, I believe. But yeah, it's Bafidis is going to put his head down and make sure that he gets that ball caught.
So like we said, kick-catch interference. So from the 33, we should get some yards. 5, 10, it'll be 15, up to the 48-yard line.
Again, great starting field position for the Ranger offense. Hayes has had to consistently tonight go 75, 80 yards for their offense. And I think this is probably the 4th or 5th time that we've started past the 40-yard line. And so it's a huge difference. Not something that's necessarily going to show up in the box score tomorrow, but it's definitely something that has a major impact on the game.
Final minute of the 3rd quarter, 35-7, Rangers on top. Here's Sampson, the freshman, on a jet sweep. Makes a nice run, turns it upfield just inside the numbers, and gets about 7 or 8 yards up to the 44.
A great job of just initially getting past that first blocker. It's what you call like an Aggie naked type of deal where you block the other way, thinking that the defensive end is going to read his keys and chase down the line, one of those ones where you're not even going to block them. And that time, number 9, their defender, Dylan Lofton, got upfield. And it was a great job by Quentin of getting past that initial upfield pressure and able to turn the corner and still make it a positive play. And
that'll be
take it into the 4th quarter.
Last play of the 3rd quarter, Rangers 35-7. There's timeout on the field. We're back for the 4th quarter after this timeout on the Rangers Network.
How have you been?
Really good, except for this.
Well, we specialize in wart and mole removal and acne treatment and skin allergy testing and skin cancer screenings, but I've never seen anything like this before. Hey, Dr. Miller, come check this out.
What? What? Is it getting worse?
Blue coloring, raised, multiplying like crazy. Do you know what it is? I haven't got a clue.
This man has SV Rangeritis.
SV Rangeritis?
Yes, it's when you have so much school spirit, it just bursts through your pores. This may be the worst, the best I've ever seen.
How can I cure this?
Cure it? You spread it.
Back to Bob Shelton Stadium. The wind now at their back. Not as heavy as it was in the first half, but they do have the wind. It's 2nd and about 3 from the 44. This is Lance. First down run, and then stopped. Lofton at the bottom. Hernandez at the top brought him down after a nice gain for first down yardage.
Yeah, and we're really starting to like that formation. I've noticed the 2 tight ends with 2 receivers to a side. Hayes is adjusting their defense and kind of playing 3 over 2 to the 2 wide receivers, and so leaving a light box, and so it's really become a run. And we're back in it again. We're motion out of it, but it's become a good set for us to run out of.
Here's Clark on a sweep from the opposite side. Not much there as they were kind of waiting for him. Again, Hernandez was there along with a linebacker who hasn't been playing very much tonight, Cooper Garza.
So looks like might have had a chance for a little bit more. Missed a block in the open field, and DB was able to avoid that initial block and kind of force Kyler out of bounds. But again, we talked about it before. That's part of their run game, and if you handed it off on a regular run and gained 3 or 4 yards, then it'd be an average good play. And so they don't necessarily view that as a trick play, a home run each time.
2nd and 8. Lance with a tight end ahead of him. Gets through the hole, but then gets stopped. That is Michael Bischoff, their leading tackler, with his 2nd tackle we've called tonight. Give him a gain of about 4. It's 3rd down and 5. Looks like Bischoff has gone in the middle now. Do they have, he and Hill both.
Yeah, they kind of move guys
Hill's
around
kind of
quite
up
a
on
bit.
the line now, I think.
Yeah, they move him around quite a bit, and they're going to their 4-down look, it looks like now, trying to stop the run a little better.
Lance through the hole, gets some blocks, but then gets hit and won't make but a yard or 2 on 3rd down. It'll be 4th and probably a long 3.
Again, Hayes coming with, they're very active, hyperactive defense that likes to bring pressure, and that 3rd down there, they brought some pressure. Actually, both inside linebackers did kind of an X stunt, a cross stunt, if you will, so they brought both inside linebackers. We picked it up pretty decent initially, but they were able to get a stop there. So now we'll go for it on 4th down. Wonder if we do that, try to get a free one like we did earlier. Or
Pafitas in motion. They give it to Lance. Going far side. Lots of room. Lots of no defenders. And into the end zone goes Doug Lance. Touchdown number 5.
I'll tell you what. There was nobody. We ran stretch and brought the motion coming from that side and ran stretch back to where we came from. I'll tell you what, I think it was Mason Birch and Owsley. Birch was playing tight end and Owsley playing left tackle. They took that D end about 15 yards downfield on skates and never had to come off of the double team because there's nobody else there. And so they took him for a ride, and you could tell they were fired up after that. You love love getting you a block and carrying it out for that long, and not only picking up a big fourth down conversion, but a big touchdown there as well.
Amaya's extra point makes it 42-7, 9:17 to go in the game. We'll keep it here. Again, they've moved Hill to the outside linebacker on that side, and Bischoff was in the middle, and they just all got caught up with the sweep. And you mentioned it, that we just had blockers out there. When Lance got to the corner, there was nothing but green grass in front of him.
Yeah, Lance was like, man, this is awesome. Usually I got to, whenever we're running stretch, I press it as wide as I can and have to make that one cut because there's somebody out there keeping contained. That time he just got the ball and there was no edge, and he just kept on running. And that's back when we were coaching, we'd always tell him something like that. That's how stretch will be in heaven one day. When we call it, when we're up in heaven, that's how it's going to be blocked, and that's how it's going to be. So great job up front, great play call. 4th and 3, 4th and 4. Typically a lot of teams are going to pass that. A lot of teams are going to throw there, but trusting the offensive line and trusting your play calls and running it on 4th and 3. Good call and obviously well executed play.
They still act like we're going to onside kick it, and I don't understand. I guess you mentioned it first part of the game. Maybe that's what they work against all the time, and they're just used to it. In any event, Amaya will do the kickoff chores. Again, 9:17 left in the game, 42-7 Rangers on top.
Yeah, with the wind here, I would be surprised if Amaya didn't send this one onto the track. Kick it through the uprights maybe.
Peyton lets it go, and they say it went out of bounds instead of through the end zone. So that'll bring the ball out to what, the 30 or the 35?
I believe it's the 35.
I think it is too.
But I've been wrong before. They've changed the rules.
Now they're going to spot it at the 30.
Yeah.
Maybe that's in college, it's the 35. In any event, the Rangers with some new defenders out there take defense.
And again, we say it we've been fortunate to say it for the last 4 or 5 weeks when some other guys have gotten in the game that there's you're not going to see a whole lot of drop off or anything like that. These guys are still very, very good. They practice just like everybody else, and they watch the film and game plan, and so don't expect to see a drop off with this group that's out there right now.
Davis Kuhn and Caleb Sosa in at tackle. Here's Peyton with a sweep to the far side. It's a good gain of about 9 yards up to the 39. It'll be close to a first down, but about a yard shy.
Again, it was that play they ran in the first half that picked up a good chunk of yardage. It was block one way, initially hand off, and then kind of come out the back door, kind of like that Aggie, what you call like a naked type of run almost, is influence and using the defensive discipline against them. And that's the second time they've run that play tonight, and both times got pretty good chunk yardage.
Trey Adams is out there. Braxton Alexander as Peyton runs again, this time up to the middle. Gets knocked down by a couple of defenders, including Sosa.
He might have got away with a little bit of a holding there. Looked like number 44, Davis Kuhn, had real good penetration early on, had a chance to make a tackle for loss, but kind of got tackled there in the backfield. But
it's just a good block.
Yeah, it's not holding if they don't call it, I guess. Right. But Kuhn had really good penetration on that. Good initial move off the line.
So they got a first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Little sweep. This is Obara running hard, knocked down on the edge. Good job by the Rangers there. Kason Camacho, a junior, with the tackle after a gain of 8.
Another Camacho. There's been a lot of Camachos that have come through the Ranger programs. He's got a lot of older brothers that he's been watching for a lot of years, and it's his turn now. He's good job of coming down home, being physical on that tackle right there.
They run that H-back sweep several times. Obara's been very successful at it. Here they go with Bruce to the far side. Caught up, though. Not much there on 2nd and 2. He might have lost a yard back to the 48. He did indeed, as the Ranger defense continues to make plays and play hard.
Yeah, and it's another example of how well coached and how focused the defensive group is. Even when another group of guys come in, you saw before the play set recognition and the defense making adjustments and moved another guy over there to where the ball ended up, and we had numbers to that side this time with a good pre-snap side adjustment.
They'll send 2 receivers wide. McInville throws to one of them on the far sideline, makes a completion, and down out of bounds. I think that's Chase Macier. His first catch of the night. It's a first down up to the Ranger 40.
Yeah, that time we brought a corner blitz. Hayes being a particularly running team and, knowing that they're probably going for it on 4th down, you would think 3rd and 3 they're going to run the ball. So we brought a corner blitz there, and they happen to have the perfect play call, and they threw a little stop right out to the receiver that we vacated with that corner blitz.
They say with the same formation, McInville to throw. Got some pressure, steps up, then gets wrestled down.
And that was Elliott coming off the edge from his linebacker spot. Good job of getting low and getting underneath the tackle. And if that quarterback hadn't have done a good job stepping up in the pocket, Elliott would have had himself a sack there.
Trace Adams was around there as well, the big defensive end. So a gain of a couple makes it 2nd and 8 at the Ranger 39. They actually started from the 41, so a gain of 2. Same formation again. See if he throws it this time. He does. Again, some pressure. They get it out to the edge. That's Chris Bruce with his 3rd or 4th catch of the night. A gain of about 3 up to the 36. We'll make it 3rd and 5.
A good rallying play there. You saw Elliott there again. Camacho. Davila was in there as well. Good rallying tackle, making sure they didn't get anything after the catch, and bringing up a 3rd and medium here.
So 3rd and 5. They've got 3 wideouts out there now. He wants to throw. It's to the back out of the backfield. Peyton catches it and then goes on the move, and he's fast to chase to the end zone, and he wins it. So for the 2nd time tonight, Kyrie Payton gets Hayes on the board.
Yeah, flare pass with the back out of the backfield. Had 2 blockers out on the edge, and their inside guy looked like he cracked our linebacker, Elliott, that was in pursuit. And they kind of had us out leveraging again with his speed when he gets out in the open field. We've bottled him up pretty good for the most part tonight, but when he gets out in open space, he's definitely got some speed.
So if they make the extra point, and they don't, they will remain. This 13 will be the most points we've given up in district so far this year. Wagner got 13, and now Hayes has gotten 13. 42-13, timeout on the field. This is the Rangers Network.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
And we're back, 42-13. Rangers on top here at Bob Shelton Stadium, named after the legendary coach at Hayes High School, Bob Shelton. He was here for a long time, 70s, 80s, and 90s I know of, and he won a lot of football games, and Hayes High School was a very good football team those days.
Yeah, they sure were. 70s, 80s, 90s. They won a lot of. They were kind of the Central Texas staple.
Another onside kick. The Rangers field it and successfully get possession. Is that Gavin Woods again?
Yes.
It was,
yeah.
with the all-hands team.
Yeah, Hayes is 70s, 80s, 90s. They were kind of the team to beat in the area, and Smithson Valley and Hayes were in the same district for a lot of years in the 90s.
Throw on first down, a completed pass to the near sideline, a nice catch made by Cole Freund, and that's first down yardage. Just to belabor the point, Smithson Valley is 3-13 all time, 3-5 when Larry Hill was the coach, which means they rolled off 8 wins before Larry Hill got here, and then he went 3-5 since then.
Yeah, and like I said, that Hayes was, when we were in the district with Hayes in the 90s, it was Hayes was winning the district and making deep runs, and we finally got over that hump and beat them in the late 90s and got them a few times since then. But they were definitely a team to be reckoned with during their heyday.
Vivian's the running back. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and I can tell you I was at Texas State from 89 to 04, and in the late 80s and into the 90s we recruited some kids from Hayes High School.
It would have been a good spot to go to get to recruit. Like I said, they were always very, very talented, very well coached, very disciplined, and they still are. I'm not saying they're not anymore, but yeah, definitely during that time they were making deep runs and kind of one of the premier programs in Central Texas.
It's second and long, the hand of Vivians, again caught at the line of scrimmage, but to continue the point, back then they were the only high school.
Yes.
Now there's Lehman, and now there's Johnson, so the talent pool is divided by 3.
Well, it's just like pretty much everywhere else nowadays, Heck, when I was in high school, graduated 07, playing football 04, 05, and 06 and stuff like that. Johnson wasn't a high school. Steele wasn't a high school. Canyon Lake wasn't a high school. Piper, obviously, Davenport, those guys. A lot of those north side schools. And so there's been mass growth everywhere and had to split campuses, and they're no different. They got 3 high schools now.
Little play action to the tight end, McBride. Near sideline, he's on the loose and gets all the way inside the 15-yard line. I believe they'll mark him out near there. First down yardage on the pass from Ryland Walker to Daniel McBride. It's McBride's 6th reception of the season.
Nice little naked wheel there. Good touch pass by Ryland. Had the defense fooled there on third down and was able to get a big catch and get a first down, and so that hopefully we'll be able to keep the ball, run this clock out, and big third down conversion there.
Because he went out of bounds, the clock stops at 3:15. Rangers on the move, 1st and 10 from the 15. Vivians gets it, and he's met in the backfield as they continue their run blitz from their linebackers.
Yeah, it looks like miscommunication up front. He came free. Mike linebacker walked up on the line of scrimmage, and no one picked him up, and so he was able to run free, and nothing Vivians can do about it, obviously. As soon as he got the ball, he got whopped pretty good.
That was George Garcia with the sack, his first of the year for him.
Yeah, like you said, Hayes brings a lot of blitzes, and sometimes it makes you look bad, but then other times you gash him for big plays because it's not necessarily, the kind of all or nothing type of deal.
Here's a sweep, tracked down from behind. The runner, Braden Bear, pardon me.
Yeah. It's that play we see, Bafidis run quite a bit. Bear comes in and he gets it, and that time the defensive end was able to chase him down and for a negative play there. So we got 3rd and long. Maybe we'll see Ryland put the ball in the air here, maybe a deep out route or something like that. Maybe something over the middle.
Clock will continue to run as we go under 2 minutes left in the game. 42-13, Rangers on top. They want to bring everybody up the middle. We hand it off. Vivians goes outside, gets outside containment, gets into the deep part of the red zone inside the 10 before he's tracked down on a nice run that time as he got outside of containment and then got up the field in a hurry.
Yeah, great run. It was almost that same type of play that Lance scored on earlier. Vivians was able to get to the edge and pick up good chunk yards, and now, what was 3rd and 15, 16, 17. Now we got a fourth and only 4 or 5, and we're going to see if these guys can finish off a good drive.
They need to get to the 5. They're at the 9. So 4th and 4. Vivians will go up the middle and get spun down, I believe, short.
Yeah, I think he's just a little bit short. Again, nice drive by these guys. Able to move the ball, get a number of first downs, and
keep that clock moving, which is now at 1 minute.
Yeah, and Hayes, they had some guys rotate in there, but for the most part had a lot of their starters still on the field, so it was good. This group coming in and getting a number of first downs and taking some time off the clock and getting all the way down inside the 10-yard line. So good drive by the second group.
There was 5+ minutes on the clock when they started, so they worked over 4 minutes of clock time off. So from their own 7, the Hayes Hawks will start 1st and 10 with a minute left in the game. McIngvale at quarterback. Payton at running back. McIngvale tucks a little delay handoff to Payton, who gets up to the 10, so a short gain of a couple. The clock will continue to move, though, as no one's going to use a timeout now, I don't think.
And again, a lot of Hayes' starters still in the ball game. Good job by our second and third groups out there and get some stops. Looked like they moved a little early there.
It did indeed, and they'll sack. McIngvale gets out of it and then throws it away and gets hit.
Yeah, Victor Onyenagata got himself one there. Looks like their quarterback was able to escape the initial pressure and then try to throw it away late, and Victor hit him right as he was throwing, kind of hit him right in the gut. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him, but Victor got himself a good shot there.
Victor what?
Onyenagata.
So there is a timeout as they tend to Tyler McIngvale, a junior quarterback, 6'2", 180. He's trying to just extend the play as somebody had his leg, and as he let go, he got hit, and he's down.
Yeah, like you said, hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him.
So with timeout on the field, game's in the closing seconds, 42-13, Rangers on top on the Rangers Network.
So Ty, what do you think's faster? Colton Thomason eating 24 hot dogs or GVTC's internet speed?
I don't know. That one's gonna be close.
Ready, set, go. And done. No, get some more. Do over.
I was not expecting that.
Me either.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is the only stop you need before and after game time. Get everything you need, plus a whole lot of things, well, you just want. Fisher's Neighborhood Market. Food, fuel, fun.
And we're back. McIngvale will get off under his own power, but he does look shook up. No real idea what it was, but in any event, I believe it's 3rd and long, and Andre Walker is listed as the backup quarterback, and they'll have 3rd and about 8 from the 10-yard line. Walker is out there. The junior has carried the ball 6 times for a minus 24 yards, which means he's been sacked 6 times. And he's thrown 4 times, 2 completions for 19 yards, so he hasn't played very much. And it's been in desperate situations, I would guess.
Yep.
He's got Payton behind him. He'll hand it off on a sweep O'Barra comes near side. Into the secondary. A late block by Peyton knocks down a Ranger. That might be the... Oh, they're going to call a timeout. I was going to say that might be the last play of the half, but on the first down, they're going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here with 21 ticks to go. 42-13, Rangers on top. Ranger defensive coaches will coach up those second and third teamers, maybe even a fourth teamer. There's been a bunch of them out there in the second half.
Yeah, and like I said, those guys go in there and, they got pride and they want to make a stop, and, they know that the defense hasn't given up a whole lot of points last couple games, and so they're gonna go out there and make sure that they do their best to keep it to 13 points here.
They've got one more timeout, so if they get another big play, they could call a timeout if they try to score, if they're trying to score. In any event, Ranger defense makes its way back out onto the field. Their offense breaks the huddle on the numbers with their coaches. They'll send a receiver to the near side. Smith and Bruce, and O'Barra, the H-backs on either side. Peyton still in the backfield. We've got a receiver on the far sideline as well. They give it to Bruce, sweeping it to the near side, or to the far sideline. He got knocked down and then got hit again. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a good job by Bakta originally getting up the field and forcing the runner to kind of bow and not be able to cut it upfield. And then when he did, we had great pursuit from the inside there. And I think that was Braxton Alexander running sideline to sideline. Was able to lay a pretty good shot on him. And so It's interesting. I don't. Hayes using their last two timeouts. I know they want to have success, but you just got your starting quarterback hurt a little bit, and obviously they're trying to have success. They're trying to go down and score, but obviously this game is well in hand, and so them using their last two timeouts here.
Well, the funny thing is they call a timeout, and then their offense is right back out on the field wanting to play. Yeah, well, you called a timeout.
We have the right to huddle up and talk about it as well.
You don't have the ability to restart the game without the defense out there.
Yeah, so this should be, unless barring, I guess, maybe an incompletion or getting out of bounds, maybe the last play. But
2nd and 6 from the 29. Walker, the quarterback, gives it to Peyton, and he's brought down right there. And that should be the last play of the game.
I think that was Elliott there. Heck of a read and heck of a tackle right there at the line of scrimmage.
So the Rangers win it. They go to 8-1 overall, 6-0 in district play. Hayes falls to 2-4 and 5-4. For Brian Hill, this is Tony Brubaker. Rangers win it again, 42-13. Good night and God bless as the Rangers move to 8-1.